In the previous video, I told you that if you start with 30 goats this month of January, by November you'll have 60 goats. So some of you maybe there they will be wondering, Paul, kwani hauna male goats? Let me tell you where we are covering that. In every flock, of course, there are chances of getting male and chances of getting female. Remember the one that we are buying, or the one that you bought in the month of January, you bought 30 female sheep or goat, 30 female goats and one male. Male is called, anyway, I don't remember the name of the male. You bought one male and you bought all the others are female, 30. Let me tell you, in goats, it has a chance of, especially goats, it has a 60% chance of giving birth into twins or into triplets or quadrupeds, especially some breeds like Gara goats, the ones that are majorly for Somalians, the ones that are in huko Wajir, Garissa, owned by the Somalis. Those Gara goats, they have a chance of 60 to 70% chance of giving birth to twins or triplets or quadrupeds. So in the month of November this year, you may not only have a flock of 60 goats, you may even have a flock of 100 goats. But we are not going to count those extra. We are not going to count those extras. Reason being, there could be mortality, like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 may die, or maybe 1 or 2 or 3 may be female, or maybe 1 or 2 may not conceive. So because of those eventualities, or maybe 1 or 2 you decided to eat, maybe it was your birthday, your friends came and you decided to slaughter it, so we are not going to count that. So that's why we are having a realistic figure of 60 goats by the month of November. Now in the month of December, I want us to sell the old flock. Remember, the new flock that we started with in January, they gave birth in November. Let them feed the young ones, the 30 young ones, for 2 months. October, November, if possible even December. Let them feed the young ones for 2 to 3 months. Okay? Now, in the month of December, we are going to sell the old flock of 30 sheep. We are going to sell the old flock of 30 sheep, and we are going to sell each at around 10 to 15,000 Kenya shillings. Now, to be fair and to be realistic, let's sell each goat at around 12,000, isn't it? So if you are to sell each goat at around 12,000, so that is going to be 12,000 times 30. So that is 30 times 10. That's like 300k plus 2,000 times that is 60. That is 360,000 Kenya shillings. My friend. Now let me ask you. You started with 120 in the beginning of the year. In December, you're having a flock of 60 goats. You decided to sell off 30 of them at a total price of 360,000 Kenya shillings. And you still have your another flock, the young ones, the ones that we are breastfed by the ones that you are selling, the old ones. That is 30 of them. Now let me ask you, isn't that a sound business that you can start this year? So guys, don't just stay there in your office, in your 8 to 5 job. Come outside here. Pesa iko. People are making a kill. People are making millions out here. Okay? Let the money work for you. Don't put that money in the bank. Sawa. Don't put that money in the bank. Kuja. Then the first step is you need a plot. Kuja nikuzia plot huku kwenye unaona niko. This is Kitengela Lechani. 50 by 100. Get it for only cash price 299,000. Guess what? If you don't have the full amount, just come with 20 or 30,000 deposit. I'll give you a plot. Hiyo ingine tulipanda na yeye polepole. Remember, every plot has its own ready individual title deed. Each plot has its own ready individual title deed. Now, someone may ask me, Paul, hey, na huko kwenye unauzia watu shamba, I was there or my friend was there, na ni ndani. It is true. Huku ni ndani, si karibu na tamak. It is actually 10 to 11 kilometers from Tarmac. But let me tell you why I chose this place. You see, when you start doing any kind of farming, whether poultry, pig, goat farming, whichever farming you want to do, if you do it in an area that is fully developed, you're going to have problems with your neighbors. Those community bylaws, or as they are known in America or those developed countries as HOA. HOA, what does it mean? Housing something, or those HOA rules. But here in Kenya we call them bylaws. So if you are to buy a plot and start goat farming in a place that is fully developed, you're going to have issues with the locals there, or with the people who stay there, who reside there. So the best place is such a place that is not fully occupied, that gives you a guarantee that in the next 5 years you can still be doing your farming here. Then by that time you can dispose that plot probably at over 2 million and go start again, or you do another business. Sawa sawa, mkuje site visit kila siku 10 AM.